What's up, everybody? It's Claudio here, and today is my first race as a Cat 4. Goodbye, Category 5. I've had 2 seasons as a Category 5, done more than 10 races, probably close to 20, and super hyped to finally move up and check out this Cat 4 race at Floyd Bennett Field. It's going to be 10 laps instead of 5, so it's going to be probably a little bit over an hour. I'm probably going to get dropped, but we'll see. I'm not sure how fast it's going to be. I know that the field is like sometimes 100 deep. It'll probably be like 50 at least. Today is the last race of the season here at Floyd Bennett. They've got all kinds of preems and prizes and sprints and extra points, so it might be really aggressive. It might be kind of risky as the first race as a Cat 4, but I'm just gonna jump in there, see what I can do, try to ride in the front as long as possible, try to draft as much as possible, and see what happens. All right, let's do this. All right, so we're starting off, and I'm right at the front, making sure I get out of there. There's a big field, and I'm starting to, I'm experimenting with this new camera, as you can see. It's kind of a funny angle, but now I have 3 cameras on my bike, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's kind of funny to see this point of view. And by the way, I changed everything. I changed also the camera. As you can tell, the front camera doesn't show the Garmin. It used to be right there. Guys, check it out. Here's without me. So you can see the front tire, and then but you can't see my hands, but you can see a lot more of what's going on ahead. So let me know if you're into this angle, this like let's call it the beard cam. So that's with and that's without. I'm gonna leave it in there just for fun for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Should I leave it? Should I take it out? If you scroll later on through the video, you will see that the camera moves down, and you can see my legs, and you can see more of the field behind me. So it's actually kind of fun. All right, so let's get into this race. It's another race. I need to draft, much bigger field. I don't know what's going on. It's brand new. Okay, this is a 3-4 categories. I've never raced with these people. I do notice right away that it's kind of easier to ride with them. People are not braking so much. It's less surgy. It's less like you don't have to react so quickly. It doesn't get strung out as much, at least not this race. The Cat 5s, that thing gets strung out so quickly because there's usually like maybe less than 15 in the field, and usually some really strong riders will kind of destroy the field right away. But here, it's at least this race, it's pretty tame. And I'm in the inside here because the wind is going from left to right. So I told myself, stay sheltered. And I'm doing a good job here. So those of you who want to know the finish, well, unfortunately, I got a flat. Sorry. I got a flat on the second to last lap. I was doing really well. It's really unfortunate. I had a slash in my tire, in the sidewall of the tire, and then I was riding with it. It wasn't patched up, and then I hit a bump and it exploded. But it didn't crash, so it was fine. It was unfortunately, I would have finished with the pack. I'm pretty confident. My heart rate was staying low pretty much most of the race. There was maybe only one moment where I was a little in the danger zone, but I was in there. I'm very happy with this outcome. All right, so for those of you that don't know, here are my stats. age 36, 153 pounds. My FTP, I just got a new FTP. I did a Zwift ramp test. Got 242 watts, so that puts me right around 3.5 watts per kilo. And now that triathlon season's over, I'm doing about 7 hours a week on the bike. So this race was actually like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Since then, I did the FTP test. I did another crit. Well, this is a circuit race. I did a crit, the Rockley crit. It was a lot of fun. I'll post that soon. And it's got a couple corners, and it's fast. Here we're also going fast, 30 miles an hour. I'm trying to just really stay in there. I'm kind of in the wind, but I need to slot back in is what I need to do. And there, I think I take it. Boom. My heart rate is 171 right now. Actually, my max heart rate is between 187. I've never seen it go above 187, so it's 187 to 190. And so anything above 170, it's my threshold, and I'm hurting. Here I'm recovering, so I'm below 170. It's good. I can tell that there's some strong riders. People coming up on the sides. And people know what they're doing. Okay, this is a 3-4 race, very different. And so we just came out of that. Maybe somebody attacked at the front, I couldn't tell. Now it's starting to slow down. So that's pretty much what happened all race. I don't think an attack went out that got away. So we sped up, and then we slowed down for like a minute. Recovered, and I was in it. I was in the middle of the pack. It seems like here. I tried to move up to the front at some point. At one point, I went off to the side. I kind of hit a cone. That was like a little bit of a sketchy part on this straightaway. Maybe on another lap. But people were chatting. It was fun. It was chill. I don't know about the last 2 laps. Maybe it got super intense. But at least the first 8 laps were pretty chill in a way. I mean, nothing too aggressive. I totally could handle it. Definitely looking forward to these races when they start up again next year. I'm really going to rock out this field. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to do this off season is get my FTP up to 4 watts per kilo. So it'll be like around 280 watts. Will be my FTP. I'm gonna stay with that ramp test that I did on Zwift. You guys can check out that video, and it seemed pretty accurate. I did the whole warm up, and then I went into the Zwift ramp test, and I just grinded it out. I got stuck at the basically I blew up on the interval that was 340 watts. Every 1 minute it goes up by 20 watts. So I did the 320 interval, and that kind of killed me, but I sustained, and then as soon as it got to 340, I blew up. I was all done. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to try to do that same ramp test once a month. It's a good workout regardless, but I think it'll be a good gauge because I have I'm not with my triathlon coach anymore, so I'm kind of going solo, and I'm on Zwift, and I'm doing Trainer Road workouts. Let me know if you guys are into Trainer Road. I'd like to hear what you think about it. I'm going to be starting up some of those programs and the workouts. They seem great. They seem really organized. I like it, just by the look of it. So we got that coming up, and let's see, what day is it today? Today is the 27th, August 27th, as I'm making this video, and I have in 2 days I have the Green Mountain stage race. up in Vermont. Really exciting. My first stage race ever. Honestly, I think I'm too much of a beginner for the amount of volume that it's going to be. It's a 4-day stage race. Let me pull up the stats on it right now. Stage 1 is the time trial. It's not a time trial where you can use a TT bike. You have to use a road bike, but you can use an aero helmet and you can use a disc wheel. But the time trial is 5.7 miles, and it's got some climbing in it. All of these races have climbing in it. So there's that. Then the next stage is a circuit race, 37 miles. Again, some climbing. And 37 miles is significant for us that, for people that are just racing these less than 20 mile crits, right? 37 miles, it's going to put a dent in my legs. And then the third stage is this, it's called the Cutaway Mad River Road Race. It's 64.7 miles. And apparently at some point it's got a 20% grade. That's going to destroy me. I think the longest ride I've ever done was 60 miles, a group ride. And it was pretty fast. It was above my level. Much faster riders, and I was dead. It took me 3 days to recover from that. And that was this spring though. Hopefully I have a lot more fitness now. I think I do. But this third stage is going to hurt big time. I have no idea how I'm going to survive it. If I'm even going to be actually racing it with the group, I'm probably going to get dropped on the first climb. And but it'll be it'll give me an idea of what it's like to do a stage race. What it takes to do that kind of volume, to do climbing. I'm not a climber. I don't know anything about it. The only hill that I really have gone up and down of is the Prospect Park hill, that little 2-minute climb. And that's it. So it's going to be real interesting. Of course, I'm going to take footage of everything. And then the last stage is a criterium in Burlington. It's like a 6-cornered criterium, super technical, really fast. I was looking at the stats for last year, the category 4-5 open, and the average pace the average speed was 27 miles an hour. So it's going to be intense. I don't know how I'm supposed to race after doing so much volume and so much racing the previous 3 days, but it's going to be real interesting. It's going to give me an idea of what it takes, what kind of training. I am pretty fit. I've been training, all year, but I don't know. I don't have that kind of volume in my legs, So let's see what comes out. My coach did build me up to it this whole month. So, I'm tapering right now. I'm trying to get rid of some fatigue in my legs from the training, and then I should be kind of peaking by the race. So let's see what happens. It's coming up in a few days. I should have that video in a week or two. It's gonna be a long one. Maybe I'll break it up. Not sure. And here's one of the workouts that I've been doing. It's a zone 4B riding. So 10 minutes warm up and 10 minutes alternating between a 10-second sprint and then a minute 50 recovery. Right, so you get 10 sprints during that 10 minutes. Five sprints. And after that, you go into 20 minutes zone 2. And then after that, you go into 30 minutes of alternating between 2 minutes at zone 4B. That's above threshold. So for me, it's between 260 and 300 watts. And then 1 minute easy. So you rotate that. You cycle through that. It's 10 times. And then you do a cool down. That's it. So this is This is a above threshold. It's how you push your threshold when you start conditioning. I'm really working on the in-saddle power. So the FTP test that I took, I stayed in saddle the whole time. And right now, you can see the camera move down, the one that's facing towards me. You can see my legs and you can see the people kind of to the sides. It's fun, it's cool. I'm into it. And you can tell when I'm off the saddle, in the saddle. I mean, I'm mostly in the saddle. I do a couple of, I'm gonna stand up if I need to really push it. But it's all about that in-saddle power. You gotta have it. And of course, you gotta have some sprints too, but you gotta be able to move in the saddle and stay aero. Because once you stand up, at least I don't know how to be out of saddle and go fast. I just get too much into the wind. I mean, there's a way. You gotta crouch down, but I'm not good at it. So again, I'm just drafting. My heart rate, 145, easy. Piece of cake. I looked down at my heart rate a few times and I was like, yes, I'm good. If I'm in the 140s, I'm chilling. Look at this, going 28 miles an hour. Basically like endurance heart rate. That's good, it's great. I'm staying sheltered. And another announcement. There might be, okay, I'll just go ahead and say, I might be doing other types of races coming up in the fall. Not road races, another type of race. It involves a bike. I'll let you guys try to guess. It might be kind of obvious. The season's starting for it. And yes, I did get another bike. I just got it. I'll reveal it soon. It's so sweet. It's going to be an awesome off-season adventure. Again, I'm starting from zero. You guys are going to watch me. You're going to watch me fall and learn from zero, from nothing, just like in road racing. So super excited about that. Really interested in it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be intense and just more good times. So stay tuned for that. First, let's get through this race. I'm just in there. I'm kind of like, should I bridge here? Yeah, this is sketchy. See how I'm like, I tried a little bit, but to move up, and it's easy to get boxed in these larger fields. You feel claustrophobic. I realized that you need confidence to move up through the middle. Like here, you gotta go for it, and the people, they'll move out of the way. If you're strong and you move with confidence, people will, at least in these categories, they'll see and feel that, and then you can move. At some points, especially later in the races, some of the guys are strong and they'll hold the line and they won't let you pass, or they'll just make it more difficult. Right here, I'm just trying to find a wheel, trying to stay in the inside as much as possible because that crosswind is pretty significant. So, just taking laps after laps. The Cat 5 race is 5 laps. This race is 10 laps. I was nervous about that. Double the volume. Like I was surprised that it was that I didn't get dropped right away. I really need to race more of these to understand what generally happens, because it could have been just this race was not so aggressive. Well, it seemed like there's an attack up the road, and I'm starting to put some power. I'm starting to get gapped here. And to close it, to make sure that I'm staying in it. This section is the tailwind section, so it makes sense that people are going fast. So again, I just gotta hang on to a wheel. I gotta find a wheel. This guy, if I take his wheel, maybe somebody's right next to me. I don't know why I'm not taking that wheel. Yeah, it looks like there's somebody there. Yeah, there is. So I'm kind of like right next to a guy. Who's taking the wheel? Okay, I guess I took it. Oh. Okay, here's something. It feels like I'm debating which line to take, because these guys are moving up on the left, and I want to go up there with them. So I gotta grab it. I gotta grab those wheels, because if you're not moving up, you're moving back. So you gotta always be thinking about that. When you see people moving up, you gotta try to jump on those wheels. So this race is it's a long race. It's like like 45 minutes, an hour. I don't know if I can't comment that long. I'm gonna just leave it rolling. You guys can check it out until I get a flat. Again, really looking forward to this. The next season at Floyd Bennett. Now that I moved up out of the Cat 5, I got the guts to join this new field, and I'm excited to test my fitness again. Next year, when they open up this race again, I hope to be at 4 watts per kilo. Hope to be much stronger and more experienced, so I can really be competitive. Because here, I was just surviving. I still was surviving. I can't chase attacks. As you'll see, there's another race, the Criterium, the Rock Lee Crit, that I'm going to post. I tried to chase an attack and I almost blew up. In fact, I did blow up, and then I ended up in the back. Oh, here it is. I hit that cone. It was something sketchy. So that's like the most exciting thing that happened. Anyways, the Criterium, I can't, if I chase an attack, I'm done. I can't, it's really hard to recover. I realized if you're at the front and you want to chase down an attack, you gotta put down like 800 watts for 10 seconds, and then do like 300 watts for a minute or two, and then your recovery is maybe 270 watts, at least for me, which is above my threshold. So it's like, it's not possible. I don't have that power yet. That's why it's important to have some kind of fitness if you want to do those things. If you just want to sit in, you don't need a whole ton of fitness. You need to be smart. But if you want to start chasing attacks, if you want to start attacking, that's where the fitness comes in. All right, guys. If you want to follow along on Instagram, here's my Instagram, Claudio_Fiero, Fiero. That's my middle name. I'll be posting Instagram stories throughout the stage race this coming weekend. Follow along. I don't know how long it's going to take me to put together that video, but I'll definitely put it together. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys out there. Subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. And I'll see you around. Peace. Wait, actually, I'm getting dropped. I'm at the back. Okay, this is my danger zone. Okay, this is the PS. I just want to make sure I come out of this. I know I do, but that was, I was redlining right there. I hit 180 on my heart rate. And this was the scariest moment. But as you can see, people start to slow down and I catch back on. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Peace. happened to you?
Oh, something happened to you. Yeah.
Oh man. We went over the same thing?